You're watching the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Salah to settle it in front of the Kop.
Hey guys, good afternoon and welcome back to the Kop TV. Good to see you all again. Make sure on entry you smash that like button. Please do us a favor and do that for us. And then if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I don't know what you're playing at if you haven't already, but we're back with another match preview, potentially an opportunity to kind of seal our progression out of this group and into the round of 32 of the Europa League. Really looking forward to this one at Anfield. As always, it's going to be under the lights. It's going to be one of those special European nights. Whatever team come to Anfield, you can guarantee we'll give them a good bloody hiding in this competition for sure. We're looking to win it. We're not in this competition to not win it. We really want to just go all the way into Dublin and win this competition. So let's give you a bit of a background to our opponents today. I'm going to get up an article written by the Anfield Watch. And it kind of says, well, who are Toulouse, right? So let's get some opposition preview and analysis. Shout out to Danny Corcoran for this article yesterday on the Anfield Watch. But here you can see, nice kit, to be fair. I am a fan of that kit. Purple and white. And as we know, we've already played USG, who are in the same league, of course, in Ligue 1 as they are in the same group, aren't they? As LASK in Group E, 2 wins from 2 so far. Toulouse up next. The victory would see them all but confirmed into the knockout rounds of Europe's secondary competition. Unlike the other two teams in the group, Liverpool have previous with the Coupe de France winners, having played them in a Champions League qualifier back in 2007. If you watched Hot Topics last night, myself and Mario managed to name all the goal scorers without even having to Google it. And it was Andrew Voronin who scored the first goal in that qualifier in France. A great goal as well, by the way. Easily the best goal he's ever scored for Liverpool. I think he only got about 5 or 6, but from what I remember, it was a half volley from around about 25 yards, rocketed it into the top corner, and then we took them back to Anfield. And Peter Crouch, Sami Hyypiä, and 2 goals from Durkheim, who's been in Liverpool recently, means we ran out 5-0 winners. As things stand, hang on, what's this? You could also say that Liverpool and Toulouse have current, as the southern French club are owned by Red Bird Capital, who also own an 11% stake in Liverpool's owners, Fenway Sports. So very interesting that. I did not know that. Les Voilettes, the Violets, owing to their purple kit, was born out of an interesting story. As I said, the kit's super nice. And, you know, if you look at their current form, they're currently in 10th, 11 points from 10 games. They've drawn quite a lot of games as well. They replaced Philippe Montagnier with Carlos Martinez this summer. So there was a raft of changes to the playing squad. But this season, the Spanish manager has used a variety of different 4 at the back formations, including 4-1-4-1, 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2, and 4-3-3. So a very adaptable team, clearly. I'm guessing that their fans, you know, want to be higher than 10th. They obviously won Coupe de France last year, which actually allows them to be in the Europa League. So they're no mugs, right? I know I said just a minute ago, we know we are looking to hammer every team that come to Anfield, or at least win. But this team, they're no mugs. That is an annoying phrase in football that gets thrown around a fair bit. But you know, I'm definitely not underestimating this team, who are currently 10th in Liga, which I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments. What does 10th in Liga translate to in the Premier League? Do let me know what you think. Shout out to T-Boys TV, having some beers on his birthday. Shout out to you, my friend. Big up. Thank you for everything you do for the channel. If you didn't know, T-Boys TV is responsible for putting out all the clips on TikTok and Instagram as well. So shout out to T-Boy. Have a beer on me, mate. As I said before, Toulouse have had a lot to deal with in the summer. They lost their talisman, Branko de Van Boomen. What a name that is, by the way. He went on a free to Ajax. But this is their kind of main guy, Zakaria Aboukal. He can play on either wing and is a goal-scoring midfielder and a chance midfielder. He got 10 goals, 5 assists last season, and now has 3 goals in 5 games so far this season. But it looks like, and this is fairly fortunate for Liverpool, it looks like the 23-year-old is suffering a knee injury that is likely to see him out for both group games. Don't forget, after this game, we go straight to Toulouse away on November the 9th. So we'll get to know this team, we'll get to know this club, the players very well over the next 2 or 3 weeks. Aaron Donham is probably going to be that threat for them up front. Frank Magri is also a centre forward who can score goals. And yeah, according to the Anfield Watch and Connor, their game plan is, well, one of their strengths is definitely how versatile they are. So they will come to Anfield with a particular plan. It won't just be play as you normally do. It will be to kind of stop Liverpool. And as we can see here, if the Reds are off their game at all, Toulouse do have the tools to hurt Jurgen Klopp's side. Now, again, 10th in Liga at the minute, which, it is respectable, quarter of the season in. Let's not forget they are current Coupe de France champions. They have won a trophy more recently than Liverpool, believe it or not. And yeah, I'm going to jump into the lineup prediction and the score prediction as well. But I just wanted to show this article as well to give you some more context from This Is Anfield. 10th place Toulouse prepare for a sacred experience at Anfield with 5th draw in 8. So the last 8 games have managed 5 draws. They obviously want some more wins in that, but they're hard to beat. If you look at if you actually look at their results this season, the games that they have lost, apart from I think they did lose 3-0 in one game, but they have managed to draw at home to PSG. They've drawn away to Marseille, all very tough teams. We saw Brighton get a draw away at Marseille as well. But this will be, without question, a massive, massive occasion for the for the Toulouse fans. And it reminds me of when USG came to town a few weeks back. It was really nice to see their respectable fans in the city centre taking pictures with the Liverpool sign, really enjoying themselves. And, it's different when a Real Madrid or an Atletico or someone else comes to town who's a massive European club. I think they've kind of been there and done it. They've seen their team play at Anfield before. But Toulouse have not been at Anfield for 16 years now. And obviously the last time they came, they lost 4-0 in that qualifier, as I mentioned. So yeah, they finished 13th in Ligue 1 last season, but were able to qualify for Europe thanks to their victory in the Coupe de France. Currently 10th, 5 draws coming in the last 8 games. But look at that stadium. It's a beaut, isn't it? This is the stadium, by the way, where Andre Voronin scored that screamer. A very modern kind of mid-table Ligue 1 stadium. I'm really a fan of it, and I'd actually love to go there in November if we can. Haven't featured in Europe since 2009. And the Toulouse boss, speaking to the press in his press conference, said that he didn't talk about Liverpool to the group at all, as all focus has been kept on Ligue 1 matters. Now, he described it as a sacred experience for his team, but added, "I'm sure this Sunday our supporters will push us to beat Reims. Liverpool will be another challenge." They did draw to Reims as well. And they can hurt us, as we've seen. We've seen their top goal scorer, Magri, who's got 3 goals from the first 9 games in the campaign. And it leaves them right in the middle of the Ligue 1 table. And they're currently second in Group E. If they actually win this game, they go above us in the group. I think. I might be wrong. I think, though. And this was their team versus Reims in the last game. You can see the subs not used there as well. So, as always, we respect any team that comes to Anfield in a European competition. As I said, their fans will be really, they'll be really keen to put on a show and make sure they go back to France, the south of France, with something to show for that, knowing that we come to their place on November the 9th as well. So as I said, we'll get to know this team fairly well in the next few weeks at all. The doggo is in the other room. Shout out to You Never Walk Alone 66. I hope you're well again. T-Boy's going for a 2-0 win to Liverpool again. Easy win for the Reds, says Syed. 17th. They're actually 10th at the minute. I'm not too sure what you mean there, Tamim, but shout out to you for joining the stream. This is a great shirt, isn't it? It was the shirt that we were wearing 2 years ago yesterday when we beat the Manx 5-0. Big up to Tammy. Love this. Taking your dad to sit together on the Kop. That's what it's all about. Big up to you, my friend. And again, massive happy birthday going out to T-Boys TV as well. Yep, good stadium. Like the look of that, as I said. Shout out to Joey watching all the way from New York City. Good morning, AGT. Confidence, my guy. We will come out with a W. Cheers, bruv. Shout out to man like Joey, man. That's my guy. Bought me a pair of Sambas when I was out in New York last year. So big up to him. Oh, snap. We've got another birthday in the house. It's Ant Dicko. Again, this guy is supported way from the beginning of the channel. He's very aware of the Kop TV. He's always jumping on the streams. Mate, if I could have a beer with you right now, I would. Happy birthday to you, my friend. 36 years young. Big up to you, man like Ant. 2 birthdays in the chat. Morning from Montreal, Mohammed. Sorry, I've just had a scrambled eggs and toast. Still got a couple of burps going on. But massive shout out to Mohammed all the way from Montreal. Again, let me know where you're watching from in the world right now. I wish we had Rangers group because they have Betis. Oh, bro. You guys, saw all of our videos before the group was announced. My ideal group was Toulouse because it was a nice trip to the south of France. But I really, really wanted Real Betis as well. And actually, yeah, they're my favorite Spanish team, Real Betis. I've actually got their shirt in this drawer. Near London, probably in Luton. Same birthday as Soboslai. It's actually Soboslai's birthday today as well. And it's 7 years today since Trent made his debut for Liverpool. So, yeah, there's a few anniversaries today. Jump in the chat right now. Let me know your score predictions. Let me know how you're feeling about this game. Who do we rest? Who do we play? Let's jump into that now. I don't think Kelleher is fit and ready, which means Alisson will start in goal. I don't think... I mean, there's a chance that Trent could play this one. I'm really kind of open to seeing whatever team Jurgen Klopp puts out. We do have that big game at home against Nottingham Forest on Sunday, so looking forward to that. But how does this fixture on Thursday impact that game on Sunday? Who are the big names that we might leave out? Let's go through it then. I think Gerald Quansah deserves to play. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Konate next to him. The right back one, I'll go with Joe Gomez and left back Tsimikas. Give Trent a little break until the weekend. But obviously, if we do need him, he will be on the bench. So I'm going Alisson, Joe Gomez at right back. Konate, Quansah and Tsimikas, who will play a lot at left back, even though we've seen the likes of Chambers being mentioned by Jurgen Klopp to maybe fill in at left back, as we can't really expect Tsimikas to play every single game at left back for the next 2 or 3 months. Obviously, we've got to play knowing that. I'll just correct you there, Ant, because we actually just read them all out. We played them in 2007. It was a qualifier for the Champions League. We won 1-0 away, a smashing goal from Andre Voronin, and we won 4-0 at home, 2 goals from Cow, a goal from Crouch, and 1 from Hupia. It was also a very special day at Anfield that day because Reece Jones tragically passed away, and we actually started the game with Z Cars being played at Anfield to kind of commemorate that young Evertonian that lost his life. We also yesterday said rest in peace and condolences to Bill Kenwright. The former Everton chairman passed away yesterday, so obviously massive news for the club, that and awful really when you think about how close he's been to Everton and the city of Liverpool, and how he's fought for the Justice for Hillsborough campaign, etc., etc. It's a massive loss. Shout out to this main guy, Shawnee Lawson. I miss you, mate. Hopefully you'll see you very soon, man. But yeah, that's my goalkeeper and defence. In the midfield, I'm starting Endo in the number 6. I'd like to see him in the number 6 instead of McAllister for this game, because it will be a good test. They are a good, decent side, 10th in Liga, as we know. But at the same time, even if he does have a good performance against Toulouse tomorrow night, is that enough to guarantee his first kind of start in the Premier League for us? It remains to be seen. But looking forward to seeing Endo get some minutes. I think there's been a lot to be said about his lack of minutes for Liverpool so far. But I kind of think it's almost par for the course. I thought he did excellent when he came on at Leicester. Obviously, we're going to be using him in a lot of cup games. So I think this is a really good for some minutes and let him shine in that number 6 position, which is his natural position. Also in the midfield, I'd actually like to start Harvey Elliott in this game. Let me know if you agree on that one in the comments. But I am not concerned, but just comparing the minutes that Harvey got last year compared to what we've seen so far this season, there's a big fall off. Now, that's nothing to do with him as a person, his level of performances. We all can say that every single time he's come off the bench this season, he's been excellent. Shots on goal, assists, mad energy as he gets up and down the pitch. He's full of legs, Harvey Elliott. So I would actually go with Endo, Elliott, and then maybe chuck in a Szoboszlai as well. Don't forget, you've still got Curtis Jones available. You've still got McAllister. So there's a lot of options to play around with in this one. We know, don't we, that Thiago is still out. Bajcetic is still out as well. So I'm going to go Endo, Harvey Elliott, and then Szoboszlai. Would be surprised if Curtis Jones gets to start as well. This is just my opinion. Klopp's going to do something completely different as he always does. And then up front, interesting now. Luis Diaz, definitely on the left for me. I would start with either Gakpo or Jota through the middle. And then it's Mo Salah on the right, isn't it? As it always is. It's one of those positions where even in a cup game, you still play him because he is that good and he is that fit and he does not need rest. So just to reiterate it, let me know if you agree in the comments. Alisson in goal, Joe Gomez at right back. I'll go Quansah and Konate at the back with Tsimikas at left back. In the midfield, holding, I'm going to go with Wataru Endo. And then I'm also going to go with Harvey Elliott on the left CM side and then Szoboszlai on the right. And then Salah, Jota and Diaz. I think Gakpo, Nunez, all these guys could feature at some point. And Luke Chambers as well, as I just mentioned. He's the other left back that could come into the first team at some point as well. So maybe we see him getting some minutes as well. Have power off the bench, Diaz to score. Tammy's favourite player is Diaz. Mate, your gaff is lovely. Is that in the city centre? Yes, it is, my friend. And thank you very much. I appreciate it. Endo, San as a 6 and Maka as a 10. Hopefully give Harvey a chance. He did so well against Everton. That's what I mean, man. Harvey has really, really impacted games whenever he's come off the bench this season. He's been unlucky not to start more. When you consider just how many he started last season, he was such an integral part of that midfield last season. Through bad times, I'll admit, but there were some really excellent performances from Harvey Elliott last season as well. And we know he loves the club. We know he's a massive Liverpool fan as well. So he'll be doing everything he can to take his opportunity when he gets one. And I do think tomorrow is the perfect opportunity to say, here you go, boss. You're starting in midfield tomorrow night. Go and light it up and put yourself in contention. You know, there is competition now. This isn't a bad thing. You know, if someone plays well on a Thursday, why not play them on a Sunday as well? So Harvey Elliott, I'm a massive fan of his, and I do think he's got a big future at Liverpool to come. Shout out to Ant, who's going away to Benidorm on the 3rd of November. Good man. Bajcetic won't be starting as he's still out, says Leal 101. So that's my team prediction. Let me know if you agree with that one or not in the comments. Score prediction, I will go 3-0 to Liverpool. I will go 3-0 to Liverpool. So a big win. And, you know, it allows us to maybe seal that progression into the latter stages of the competition tomorrow. And then, of course, you know, we go to Toulouse, as I said, on November the 9th, which, you know, could be a real experimental team. If we do qualify on Thursday night, you could see the likes of Chambers. You could see more of Quansah. You could see Kelleher coming back if he's fit in time. Could see Bajcetic get a start in that one if he's fit. Gakpo will definitely be on the bench for this one at least. He has been training now for some days, at least 2 or 3 full days training with the team. And as we know, Klopp always likes to give the lads that kind of time at least before he throws them into a starting 11. So, yeah, nice to see Gakpo in and around that starting 11 again. And as I say, massive game on Sunday against Nottingham Forest, which we do have to win to carry on applying that pressure at the top of the table to the likes of Tottenham, Arsenal, who still haven't lost the game, by the way, Tottenham and Arsenal, and Man City, who will probably beat Manchester United on Sunday as well. So a great opportunity just before that game for us to go and put some more pressure on City at the top of the table. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I'm looking forward to watching it. Mario will have the fan cams for you outside the ground after, as always. Shout out to Neville Cologne 66, who says, when I move out, I'm thinking to move in the city centre because I live across the water from Liverpool. In my opinion, most estates in Liverpool are rough. Move to the city centre, and I, you know, most estates up and down the country are rough. It's not just Liverpool. I know what you're saying, of course, but big up to you, man. Shout out to Edward. Many happy returns, AGT. May your channel grow day by day. Thank you very much. It's a lovely thing to say. I really appreciate the super chat. Wishing LFC give us a scoreline tomorrow is worthy for the channel, for the football's greatest stand. Agree with your lineup, 4-0 or more, up the Reds. A massive shout out to Edward Joseph, who actually gave us another super chat on the show last night. So, yeah, thank you very much, as always, for all the support. Make sure you smash that like button, all of you, in the chat right now. Spurs ain't going to be top of the table for long. The next 6 games are so tough. Let's actually see what fixtures we've got at the weekend. Of course, I'll be doing the Saturday football show. A lot of games on Sunday this week. Palace at home to Tottenham on Friday night. But on Saturday... Oh, no, this is... yeah, no, this is right. On Saturday, you've got Chelsea-Brentford is the early kickoff. Arsenal-Sheffield United, Bournemouth-Burnley, Wolves versus Newcastle. And then on Sunday, some great games. West Ham-Everton, Villa-Luton, Fulham away at Brighton, Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. The first homecoming for King Divock Origi. We will have a full in-depth Nottingham Forest preview for you on Friday. But as that person, Neville Cologne 66, just said, Tottenham's games coming up after this are tough. You can see that one. Monday the 6th at home to Chelsea, whilst we go at home to Brentford, which will be a good game as well. And then, of course, after the international break, it's this one, isn't it? Man City versus Liverpool. But yeah, Tottenham at home to Villa. I wouldn't say they're the most difficult games ever for Tottenham. I do think they will lose at some point. Obviously, West Ham at home. They're not the most difficult games ever. But shout out to you for subbing. Big up to you, my friend. Well, listen, this has been your match preview, your in-depth analysis between Liverpool and Toulouse. It is a big chance to seal group progression. And then after that, hopefully, come the 9th of November, when we go to the south of France, we can look to really experiment with that team and make sure that there's no mistakes going into what hopefully is the later rounds and then the final of this competition. So really looking forward to this game and the next game. Hopefully we seal progression tonight or tomorrow. And then it's all hands on deck to make sure everyone's fit and ready for Sunday. No injuries, please. Get amongst it. I'm ready for the Nunez show. Shout out to Kloppenheimer as well. But guys, if you've enjoyed this video, as I hope you have, remember to smash that like button on the way out, and I will see you. So it's Wednesday today. We've got fan cams tomorrow after the game. The only Liverpool fan channel to be doing fan cams outside Anfield, by the way. And then, of course, on Friday, I'll have a match preview for you. Anfield on Sunday for as well. Loads going on the Kop TV. Don't forget, when we get into November, we've got some massive games coming up, and then December the games get even bigger. Manchester United and Arsenal both come into Anfield in mid-December, so really looking forward to that as well. But guys, as I've said, smash that like button, show some support for the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Please, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice